Hello my crafty friends, welcome back to a new video. So today I'm going to talk about something that I honestly never thought I would say. I'm not shopping at Dollar Tree as much anymore. Never thought I'd say that. But before I put you into a panic, don't worry, I'm still crafting on a budget. I just wanted to share a little bit with you of why I've been shopping less at Dollar Tree and where I've been finding better deals for my projects. So if you're feeling the pinch and the prices going up at Dollar Tree too, stick around because I've got 10 great alternatives for you and a bonus tip as well. Okay, so let's be real. Dollar Tree just isn't the same as it used to be. Prices have gone up. It's no longer a dollar store. And while $1.25 isn't really that big of a deal, that little bit extra can really add up, especially when it seems like the quality hasn't gone up along with the price. Just as an example, take the blanks, the things that we use for crafting blanks, those seasonal signs. Well, those don't seem to really be available anymore. They don't have the same amount of those blanks as they've had in the past. Where are they? How come they're not putting those out anymore? At the Dollar Tree that I love to go to, they used to have one of the front walls was always covered in different signs for each season. They're all gone now. And in my area, the Crafter Square section, that has really been slim pickings as of late. They don't seem to be replacing anything. Plus, I've heard rumors that Dollar Tree will be raising the prices yet again. And I know that they have raised some of the prices from $1 or where they were $1.25, then they went to $1.50, or like the aluminum foil is $1.75. I get that. But what I'm thinking is we've already shown Dollar Tree that we're going to continue to shop there, so they're just going to keep raising the prices. And I get the plus section. I do find things on occasion from the plus section, and some of these pieces have been great finds. But for the rest of the store, going from $1 to $1.25, and now who knows how high they're going to raise the prices, that was one of the biggest things that made me kind of take a step back. But if I'm being honest with myself, more so than just the price increase is the thrill of the hunt is gone. The aisles used to be full of possibilities. Now when I walk into Dollar Tree, I'm actually kind of underwhelmed. So what if they continue to raise the prices at Dollar Tree? And what if we continue to be underwhelmed with the offerings that they have? Well, I have 10 better alternatives for budget-friendly craft supplies. And honestly, some of these might surprise you. The first one is thrift stores. I know that probably isn't a big surprise, but thrift stores are a great place to look for things to use for crafting or upcycling. Thrift stores can be a gold mine for crafters. I'm always able to find wooden frames, vases, baskets, even some vintage pieces. I've even picked up a full bag of yarn for less than $5. Now here's a pro tip when it comes to thrift stores. Check out shopgoodwill.com. This is probably one of my favorite websites to visit as far as thrift stores are concerned. I don't always buy things, but I'm always looking for really great deals. Like my scroll saw that I use a lot for my crafts. I found this on Shop Goodwill and it was $8. I think with the shipping and everything, I spent around $22 to have this shipped to my home, and it's in perfect working condition. I've also found things like stamps or yarn or other things, including stuff for my horses, I've found on shopgoodwill.com. This is a really cool site to check out. It's run kind of like eBay, so it's all auction based. You're not just buying something, but you're bidding. One thing, if you are going to be bidding on things, I would encourage you to wait to bid until the auction is almost over. That way you're not pricing yourself out of the treasure that you were hoping to get. Another great way to hunt for treasures are yard sales and estate sales. You can find so many different things at yard sales that people are just like getting rid of, either because they're moving or because they've got way too much stuff. I know I should be having a yard sale. I know. Sometimes you can find some really great deals at yard sales as well as estate sales. You could probably get a whole bin of craft supplies for pennies. So definitely check out yard sales. You can look on places like Nextdoor or Craigslist to find yard sales in your area, or you can just drive around the neighborhood. You can also check out Facebook Marketplace for something that's called a buy nothing group. A lot of times you can find craft supplies that people want to get rid of, and they're usually affordable. Just search for craft supplies and then filter free or under whatever you're willing to spend. So say under $10. The next best alternative to shopping at Dollar Tree, believe it or not, is Walmart. Now this is mainly for smaller things, and sometimes even fabric. You can get some pretty good deals on the fabric. But if you go down the craft aisle at Walmart, you can usually find some really nice things. I actually was able to find some clay that's like Sculpey clay, but it was only 97 cents. And I used this clay to actually make cookies for one of my 4th of July videos. You can even find blanks and wood pieces at Walmart as well. Temu is another place that you can find some affordable craft supplies. There are a couple downsides to Temu. I don't know, with all of the shipping stuff going on, how expensive it is. I haven't shopped at Temu in a while, but also the length of time it takes you to get your supplies. And not being able to physically see what you're getting, that can be a little bit of a surprise when your item arrives to you and it's not what you thought it was going to be. But if you're a careful shopper, you can find some good deals on Temu as well. Shopping at Michael's can be good too. You just have to know how to shop. So you want to look at the clearance items, and then also when they have the $5 grab bags. Now the grab bags, sometimes they're $5, sometimes I've seen them as high as $10, like grab boxes. And this is fun if you want to be surprised. If you don't want to be surprised, I would stick to the clearance area of Michael's. And if you sign up on michaels.com and get text messages, you can actually get coupons there as well. One of my favorite places to shop, especially for seasonal items, is Target's Dollar Spot. They have some of the coolest thing in the Dollar Spot at Target. You can usually find seasonal signs, different things that you can use for blanks, and their prices start at $1. So they have $1 items, $3 and $5 items. I don't think I've seen any $10 items. Maybe I have, but I just haven't bought them. But you usually have to get to Target like at the beginning of the season or right before, because these things sell out really quick. Another place to get really great deals is big box hardware stores like Lowe's or Home Depot. And I know that might sound crazy, but you can find some really awesome things here. So just as an example, when I go to Dollar Tree, I'm usually buying the MDF signs. Like at Christmas and Thanksgiving, they have like the pumpkin signs, all of those types of things. And those are really cool. But if you're going to be looking for alternatives, why not check out Home Depot? They actually have MDF boards that you can buy that are 4 foot long, 2 foot tall. And just think of how many signs you can make with one piece of MDF from Home Depot. It's cheap. It's around $6 for a 2 foot by 4 foot piece of MDF. Now you will have to cut the wood down to the size that you want it to be, but even if you buy furring strips or even 1x4 wood, a lot of times I like to buy the fence pickets because those are around $2. Then I can just cut it down to the size that I want it to be. And if I'm being honest, by cutting down a fence picket from Home Depot, I can get a lot more wood that's a lot cheaper than what I would be spending at Dollar Tree. I know you've seen the different crafters that have made some really unique pieces using the wood in the craft section at Dollar Tree, but if you would just go to Home Depot, buy a couple of pieces of wood, you could make something for maybe $4, whereas a lot of those craft projects probably cost at least $10 to $20 because of all of the smaller pieces of wood they've had to buy. I noticed that when I built something using the crates from Dollar Tree, I think I ended up spending probably about $15 to $20 on that project. And I could have saved a lot of money if I went to Home Depot first. Now I'm lucky enough that I do have a garage where I have some different saws, like my scroll saw, a table saw, I've got a radial arm saw. So I have a lot of the tools that make this easier. So if you want to buy wood, just keep in mind that you will have to cut it down to the size you need it to be for your project. But in the end, I think it's worth it. And don't forget Amazon. Amazon can actually be a really great place to find craft supplies. Just as an example, I buy all of my glue sticks through Amazon. I buy my glue, some of my paints, I buy on Amazon. But the biggest money saver for me on Amazon has been pretty much anything related to my Cricut machine. So anytime I need sublimation paper or sublimation prints, vinyl, permanent vinyl, stencil vinyl, the transfer tape, pretty much anything related to my Cricut machine, I buy it on Amazon and I save a ton of money. So Amazon is my go-to for anything related to my Cricut crafting. And I think HTV Ront, that's probably my favorite brand to go with. I have a large heat press from them. I have a small heat press from them, and their vinyl is really great. Now the 10th place, number 10, for places to shop that's an alternative to Dollar Tree is Hobby Lobby. Now, I don't know why, but a lot of people seem to have a problem with Hobby Lobby. Personally, I really like shopping there, especially when it comes to my acrylic paints. They seem to have a very large selection and they're very affordable. One of my favorite things to buy at Hobby Lobby are the gel stains. They have the 2-ounce bottles of gel stain for 69 cents. They have maple, oak, walnut, and different colors. I really like that they have the gel stains because it's really fun to craft with. And if you go at the end of the season, well, you can usually find some really good deals. Now, one thing I will tell you, if you are going to be shopping at Hobby Lobby and you're looking at something and it's not on sale, I wouldn't recommend buying it. Just wait. Hobby Lobby rotates through their sales. I can promise you it will be on sale a couple weeks from now. Just wait and then check their flyer the following week to see if the item that you're looking for is on sale. Usually they rotate through their sales pretty fast, so 3 or 4 weeks seems to be the cycle that they go through. Now, my pro tip for Hobby Lobby is always go to the back of the store. This is usually where they have the clearance stuff marked down the most. And if you look at the back wall at Hobby Lobby, that is where you are going to find the best deals. And if you can be patient and wait until the end of the season, the items from the season before will usually be deep discounted, even up as far as 90% off. That is a really great deal. So now I've given you 10 different alternatives to shopping at Dollar Tree. But the one bonus tip that I have for you is you don't really have to go outside of your home to find some different things that you can craft with. Think about the cardboard boxes that probably show up to your house at least a couple of times a week. Or what about the glass jars and containers, even the tin cans that you have that most likely you were going to throw away or recycle? You can use all of these things in your crafting. You just have to get a little creative and think outside of the box. You can always keep a craft bin for potential crafting material. So am I done with Dollar Tree forever? Not quite. I still go to Dollar Tree and check for the seasonal finds that they always used to have in their stores. But I have stopped expecting that Dollar Tree is going to be my one and only place to shop when I want to get inspiration or think about some fun things that I can make for crafts or decorating in my home. Crafting is supposed to be a fun and affordable outlet, something that you can enjoy spending your time and money on. And lately, I found more joy and more creativity from shopping smarter, not just cheaper. Are you still shopping at Dollar Tree? Or have you been noticing the things that I've mentioned in this video? Let me know in the comments section, where do you find the best deals on your craft supplies? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a fellow crafter that might enjoy it too. And I'll see you in the next video with a bunch of brand new DIYs.